Assalamualaikum to Dr. Mazlina Zaira. My name is Syam Syafiq bin Jamaluddin. My metric number is 2017 52 82 and 46. Today I want to present to you about my FYP1. Okay, my title is to research how critical parts method system affected construction activities performance. This is my presentation outline. For the first is introduction, second is literature review, the third is methodology, and the last one is expected result. For the introduction, the background of my study is about construction project and business management. Construction is the most important scope of engineering industry. As we know, during construction, many things will happen, such like traffic jam, accident at site, dust from site that can cause air pollution, sound that come from machinery and construction vehicle that can cause unwanted sound or noise pollution, and oil spill at the site that can cause soil or water pollution, and another problem. Okay, to prevent all of this from happen, the construction industry have introduced to us about one system of management and many law for this scope. One of them is critical parts analysis. So that I want to study how far this critical part method give them benefit and give them high profit to their company. Okay, I searched this title because of this problem statement. The problem statement is how far the system of critical part method is used by the contractor and how far this system give them benefit and give the smoothness of their project performance. I also want to research about this system give benefit to environment or not. As we know, if we want to use one systematic system, we need a professional workers such like project manager. I also want to research this system use high cost or can reduce the management cost. I also want to research the risk faced by the contractor if not using this CPM method, such like project delay, crash, high cost, risk, sued by government or not, can cause accident or not, and also this critical part method give benefit to the human surrounding or not. Okay, my objective is the first is to make the research how many percent of contractor using and understand this critical part method. Second is to study how far this critical part method help the contractor to make sure their project is end successfully, either big or small project. To identify the risk or not using this critical part method to the contractor, environment and human daily activities. My scope and limitation. This research is to ensure the implementation of system critical part method in the construction industry. The scope of the research is to make sure the objective is achieved. This research will be conducted by using question and answer to the contractor around Shah Alam, Selangor. This is because Shah Alam is one of the most rapidly development city. As we know, in city with rapidly development, the high risk will faced by the human and environment on that area. So, this research is to make sure the critical parts activity is helpful or not in controlling the risk. The significance of study is the result of the study will highlight the important critical part method and thus benefit many contractors in the project where the management is required. Okay, critical part method is an important part of making work breakdown process in a construction project. delay can affect productivity. Delay also can affect performance. Delay also can affect quality. And the very bad news is the delay can affect the budget of the construction project. Okay, by knowing the delay as early stage of construction, this will help the project to run smooth by preventing the delay from happen. Although there are previous study on activity in the construction project, there is a need to focus deeper on the management and work breakdown system for constructability of long span viaduct. Therefore, this study can give benefits to the contractor by recognize the potential delay happen in the long span viaduct construction and can mitigate the delay wisely. Okay, for the second part is literature review. Okay, my literature review is the first one. I focus what is critical part method, and the second one, the construction, what is construction activity, and the last one is how critical part affected construction activity performance. Okay, here we go to the CPM first. Okay, component is CPM. The first we have early start. Early start is the earliest time that activity can be start. Okay, second one is duration, the estimated end time to carry out the activity. And the third is early finish. Early finish is the earliest finish time that activity can complete. For the late start, the last day of that each activity that can be start without delaying another activity or following activity. Float is the time that which an activity can be delayed without affecting the entire project duration. So the float such like we can delay the project to start without affecting the duration of another following predecessor. Okay, and the late finish, the last day that activity to complete the task to avoid delaying of another activity to start. Okay, CPM have two methods, activity on node and also activity on arrow. Okay, the first one is activity on node. The work that needed to complete the project is need to be broken down and all activities and need to be defined. Once we know the duration of each activity will take, we can use the information to understand the timing and duration of the project. A network schedule of activities need to be prepared. The activity within the schedule is represented as follows. In order to see how long it will take to complete the sequence work, we need to compute what is known as a forward pass. The early start of the earliest activity is 0 and the earliest finish is calculated by adding with the duration. The AON and AO activity on arrow detail are same, but the method is different. Okay, this picture is about activity on node. Okay, for the first table, the first table in the first small table in the table represent the early start, and the 5 is the duration, and the day 5 is the late start. Early finish. And another 5 at the bottom is late finish, and the 0 is float, and the 0 at the first is late start. Project A is the first project, and B, C, and D is the predecessor of project A. So project B, C, D cannot start until project A is start. And same goes to the project E. E cannot start until D is start. And F cannot start until the E, C, B have finished. This is the critical part activity, critical part method. For the critical part that is the early finish and late finish is same. For the example, you look at the table F, the early finish is 28 and the late finish also 28. So this is cannot be delay. If delay on this table, on the red table, if activity is delay, will make the overall of the activity will be delay. So the critical part activity is A, B and F because have the same early finish and the late finish. Okay, this is activity on arrow. The explanation just same as the activity on node, but the how we present the network diagram is different. For activity on arrow, we use the arrow and have dummy move. The dummy move, we can see the dotted line, and the circle is the activity lah. Okay. This is the example if we use the Microsoft project to break down the system. We can see the detail and also the Gantt chart. Okay, this is example if we using Lucida software so that we can create activity on arrow diagram. Okay, construction activity. Construction activity have many scope. For the example, construction activity that I mentioned just now is the first is construct deep foundation, construct footing, construct column, construct beam, construct flooring, construct roofing, construct wall and construct slab. These all activity need the critical part analysis to know the duration, to know the risk and to know the budget to make to construct this part of building. So that if we have critical part analysis, so this all construction activity performance, this all construction activity can be easier to construct. Okay, so the last one is how CPM affected construction activity performance. Okay, construction activity need a good duration, high profit and high quality to construct the activity that I just mentioned just now. Okay, CPM also make contractor easier to manage the scope of work and also can know duration of each activity, can know the predecessor of the activity so that we can know what activity is depend of what activity. So can know the budget of each task of work, can know which activity is critical part that I mentioned just now, the table of rate, and can do the work breakdown system and can manage the risk. Okay, this is my methodology. I will start with the first start, and second I search the problem identification, and then literature review, and then I make the questionnaire development, include pilot study and correction, and data collection, distribute questionnaire, data analysis, and when I get the result, so that I can make the conclusion and recommendation, and I can submit my FYP. So this is my expected result. Okay, type of project, percentage of knowledge about CPM for the small company is 65%, percentage of understand about CPM 50%, and percentage of contractor applied the CPM is 50%. Okay, but I want all contractor know about CPM and understand if they have a big company. So that I want the 100% of understanding lah. So that how the second one is CPM help your company to smoothness the construction activities. I want all either big or small, get benefit from this critical part method. Okay, positive affected of construction activity. So this is my 80% who will strongly agree with the CPM that give positive affected on the construction activity, and 55 strongly agreed and 35 agree about the CPM give positive affected on the environment, and 65% strongly agreed and 25% agreed about the CPM give positive affected on human daily activity. So my conclusion is critical part is very important task to do in any construction activity. Every contractor must train their management to expert about CPM. The CPM give big impact to the construction activity performance, environment and also human living. Thank you.